What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. Shakur Stevenson says that he is getting ready to come up to 135 pounds lightweight. He said sooner than expected. Tell them boys to get ready. Now, Bob Arum already said that he wasn't about to break no more bread with the 130 pounders and lose money. So, with because they're relatively unknown. But obviously, I thought a fight with O'Sheik Foster was kind of kind of tempting. But obviously, O'Sheik is more risk than reward at this point. And I understand that, but yeah, let's talk about it, man. And his chances at 135. It seemed like everybody kind of getting prepared to move up out of there. Lomachenko gonna be there. I don't really see the Devin Haney fight happening, but that could happen. But really, the fight that people want to see is with Haney and Haney, or Shakur and Tank Davis, right? The Lomachenko fight is a good fight to see, but we'll see what Devin Haney do. Obviously, if Devin Haney can't get past Lomachenko, this is obviously the next fight to make. If it's not an immediate rematch, would be Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko, and that'd be a really, really big fight. Obviously, Ryan Garcia really ready to move on to 140. He might stick around 135 just because of what Tank Davis wanted. You hear Eddie Hearn say that he don't think the fight gonna happen, but Eddie Hearn always say that because he ain't involved in one of these big paydays. Okay, so you see, Shakur Stevenson can move up to 135 sooner than expected. Quote: "Tell them boys get ready." Says shout out to Hans wrote this on boxing. Initially, the move to 130 was more of a cautionary one, having won the WBO featherweight title against Joey Gonzalez in October 2019. Shakur Stevenson envisioned a long and dominating run, but with the former Olympic silver medalist growing rapidly, he would go on to make his 130-pound debut less than 7 months later. Thus far, Stevenson's otherworldly skills have translated to a second weight class just fine. Back-to-back victories over Jamil Herring, Oscar Valdez, and the 25-year-old now reigns supreme as the division's only unified champion. Currently, in what will be his first defense of the WBO, Stevenson 18-0, 19 KOs, take on Robinson Casiaco, on September 23rd. That's a Friday. While he's anxious to return to the ring, Stevenson admits that his time at 130 might be short-lived. He said, quote, "It all depends on the weight cut at the end of the day," said Stevenson during an interview with the Boxing Voice. Quote, "I did amazing things at 130 already. My last 2 fights, to be specific, I put on the show. I did a lot at the weight. So if I struggle with the weight cut and it be hard on me, I think I'm going up to 135. Tell them boys to get ready." Should Shakur Stevenson emerge victorious over Casiaco or whatever and move forward with the possible track to the lightweight division, he could find himself squaring off against some of the more prominent names on all the boxing, presently Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko, someone Stevenson has recently linked to, and Devin Haney, all preside top of the lightweight division. In most circumstances, Stevenson has shown a propensity to call out whomever is considered the best fighter in the given weight class. Nevertheless, the slick southpaw refuses to do so this time around. Instead, Stevenson reveals showdown against every top 135 pounder is what he craves the most. He said, "Quote, I ain't gonna say no names. I want the top guys. I don't want to sit back and cherry pick or be fighting those fighters that's not at the top level." So obviously we know him and Devin got a close relationship. Obviously they had their ups and downs in the past. We know, Bob been talking about a Lomachenko fight. That all depends on what Devin Haney want to do. Do he move up? Do we, buy himself off the top rank contract? Do we go through with the Lomachenko fight if he lose? If he don't rematch him, I'm pretty sure Shakur Stevenson will be up there to take on Lomachenko to pick up, where Devin Haney left off at. So obviously, they not, put him in there with Tank Davis. I mean, you hear people talking about, well, Tank will smoke Shakur Stevenson. Bob Arum would be willing to push Shakur Stevenson there with Tank Davis, no problem at all. Bob Arum know when he got a thoroughbreds. He know when his horse is a thoroughbred in the race. So that's one thing you kind of got to understand too. Is Bob Arum don't mind, he matches fighters pretty good. He don't mind putting them in there pretty tough, especially black fighters, because he want to maximize their potential, and he feel that Floyd Mayweather can help maximize their potential, pretty much easily. He said he gave him credit for, marketing Tank to the black community, doing a good job at that. So at the end of the day, I get it. I really do. So Bob would do it. Can Tank beat Shakur Stevenson? Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is so big at 126 and 130. It's just to the point he get away with a lot of stuff. He get away with a lot of stuff. And obviously when he go up, he gonna tighten up, and those things won't be an issue. He gonna really hone in and try to be as close as perfect as he can. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about that as well too, is that it's less room for error as he move up in weight. Guys are gonna be his size. Guys gonna punch hard, and he gonna have to step it up and be on alert at all times. And that those are the facts about him moving up and taking those chances. So, but just him versus the division. Toughest fight for him is probably Gervonta Davis. I would say. I mean, it's him or Lomachenko in my opinion. Him and Devin Haney, they know each other too well. So that won't be the most sexy fight. It wouldn't be the most entertaining fight either. It'll be a tactical chess match, but you can make a case for that being a very tough fight. But the fight everybody wants to see is Tank Davis. He said on multiple occasions, I think he did an interview with Gilly and said that Tank don't want nothing to do with that. But it's totally different than having headgear on and 12, 14 ounce gloves, whatever they wearing in sparring. It's totally different. But that's the fight that people want to see. But they don't want to put Tank in there with that type of boxer neither. Because Tank don't hurt him or knock him out, Tank gonna have a tough time. But think about Tank, he can box too. And he's a shifty little son of a gun. Well, that's just a good fight. I mean, that's a real good fight. That might be the best fight at the division to make. Truth be told, that might be the best fight to make in the division. So, I mean, when you got Tank who bring knockout power, that's gonna bring fans to the stadium. Now, him and Ryan Garcia, if Ryan stick around, it's a good fight too. That's a real good fight. You know what I'm saying? So, but him and Tank is the fight that you think about, the boxer versus the boxer puncher, the big boxer puncher. Tank, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Tank got it done. That power can bail him out, and his skill set can bail him out too. Just now he a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? He becoming a very complete fighter. You know what I'm saying? He becoming a real complete fighter. So, but him and Lomachenko, that's another. The reason why that's not so much of a chess match is Devin Haney. Lomachenko a lot more stationary and offensive too. I don't mean like he don't move at all. He kind of come forward and he plant a lot more than Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He playing a lot more than Devin Haney. He looking to inflict pain. So that's another great fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing you gotta say. He never backing down from a fight. Never. Never. So I mean, hell of a fights, bro. Hell of a fights. But him and Lomachenko, man, he's Keyshawn Davis said he watched them spar when Shakur still was an amateur, and Shakur went like the full 12 rounds with him and did more than hold his own. So that was sparring. I mean, Lomachenko was going significantly hard in the paint on him. He was a kid, but he said usually it was on Fight Hype not too long ago. They interchange sparring partners, and they didn't. They stayed in there with good work. So think about Shakur Stevenson that you notice that he understands real boxing. He understands the angles. He understands the balance. He understands everything. He's a real high IQ throwback fighter. So he understands how to handle Lomachenko angles, and also give him an advantage over someone like Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, because he's been in the ring with him and already got a first glance at kind of what it's like. So that's one thing you got to understand too. When you kind of experience some stuff first time around, that kind of prepare you when you've been in the ring with somebody. So I mean, that's a real technical fight, but it'd be a lot more entertaining in the ring, because Lomachenko he gonna plan and punch. He gonna plan and punch. Now, from a build up standpoint, the Haney fight will be better than the Lomachenko fight, but the Tank Davis is for everybody. Tank Davis is the fight because he can punch and he got Mayweather behind him, and then he's a phenomenal TV friendly fighter. Tank is the goods. Tank just need the top fighters to cement itself, as a Hall of Fame talent. And that, I mean, one or two of these type of fights, he cemented himself. He can do what Canelo do, pick and choose as he go from then and there. But they don't want to get that rough patch of the road out there, done out the way yet. And they should. But Shakur, if Ryan Garcia chooses to stick around, Shakur Stevenson, hell of a fight with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, he probably won't knock out Ryan Garcia. He might. And Ryan is a threat to knock him out too. Don't get it twisted. But Shakur would just pick Ryan apart. He just picked Ryan apart. That's just what it would be. He would just literally pick Ryan Garcia apart. He would just pick him apart. He would capitalize on every mistake Ryan Garcia make, and Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya know it. That'd be the worst possible matchup there for him. It's one thing about, kind of getting like knocked out, and then it's another thing getting embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Getting embarrassed. That's a totally different thing about it. And he would just get embarrassed. He would literally get in that ring and get embarrassed by Shakur Stevenson. Every mistake he made, it'd be like, somebody with a belt in a room giving him a shellacking. So that's my thing about it. But other than that, any other competitive names? I mean, him and Rolly, what's gonna happen. We need to talk about that. But him and Esau Cruz is a good fight. But with Esau Cruz, he might have a great chance of upsetting Shakur Stevenson too, because he gonna take away Shakur Stevenson's space. He gonna pressure Shakur Stevenson. That's the thing about it. He gonna pressure Shakur Stevenson. That's what you do know. He gonna take away Shakur Stevenson airspace, and that's gonna be one of them fights where Shakur Stevenson not gonna be able to drop his hands, and Shakur Stevenson gonna have to keep his hands up, and he's not gonna be able to do the things he did with Joel Gonzalez and Oscar Valdez, and be lax in there. He gonna have to be on his P's and Q's at all times. At all times when you in there with somebody like Cruz, a real puncher. He's going to be his P's and Q's at all times. So that's another good fight for him, because Cruz going to press forward and make him look good too. Action-packed type fight. He kind of like the remedy for good boxers. Pressure fighters that throw a lot of shots, but Shakur, if he started to kind of start to time him and started to punch with him, which is dangerous with Cruz, then he can change that fight. But that's the fight that's going to make Shakur Stevenson offensive, and he's going to have to move his hands. It's going to make him exciting. So it's going to make him real exciting. But, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Box News playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Let me know what you girls and guys think about Shakur Stevenson possibly going into the lightweight rank. Some of them guys can be ready to head up out of there, but we have to wait and see. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.